Lolcows aren't anything new. I'm not reinventing the wheel with this particular video. They've been around for such a long time. For those people that actually have a life and have jobs, a lolcow is pretty much someone that you get amusement out of from trolling them. So pretty much someone constantly falling for rage bait. Some examples of lolcows are Chris Chan, Terry Davis, Yandere Dev, and Daniel Larson, just to name a few of them. Those are like the four horsemen of lolcows. The first time I heard of that term, I instantly thought that it came from incels, which makes sense because the word lolcow actually came from a forum called Kiwi Farms. This forum is where people seethe and make fun of other people, albeit they mainly make fun of really bad people that have done terrible things. Now, the lolcow that we're going to talk about in this video is someone named Josh Block. You may not recognize his name, but you definitely recognize his face or the name he goes by online, where he goes by WorldofTshirts. Before we get into what specifically makes him a lolcow, or what he's up to now, let's get some background information first. WorldofTshirts, or Joshua Block, was born on April 7th, 2001, and is currently 23 years old. My birthday is actually one day after Joshua Block's. I was this close to having the same birthday as my king. He was born in Virginia, and then later moved into New York, where he eventually got famous at, as well as his mother dying at an early age. His father was also absent for his whole life, which is just terrible. I talked about this in an earlier video where I talked about how bad it is not having both parents present in your life. I mean, it's a shocker, I know. Now, moving to New York was his first mistake. Nobody wants to move to New York. Huh? You gotta be kidding me. Nobody wants to move to New York. Another major thing to point out is that Joshua Block was born with autism. This makes it difficult for people to learn and socialize with other people, especially depending on how severe it is. And in Joshua's case, his autism seems to be pretty severe. There's a whole documentary that I highly recommend you watch if you want to learn more about his background. This documentary goes into how he got popular and how he grew as a person. The person who made the video interviews people that are or were in Joshua's life. You can also learn more about him on his own website. He has his own website. Also, looking at this screenshot, subreddit and vibrant in the same sentence is diabolical. We'll get into that website later in the video, but for now, I just want to talk about Joshua Block as a person and how he came to be a lolcow. He started making TikTok videos around 2019, from what I found. I scrolled through his videos on TikTok to see, what kind of videos he makes, how often he uploads, how many uploads he has. And the amount of TikToks Joshua Block has made makes it look like his whole account is ran by an industry plant. There is so many TikToks. He has more videos than there are grains of sand on Earth. He later became viral in 2021 when he sang Empire State of Mind in Times Square.
Yeah, in New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York.
This video sits at 7.6 million likes, by the way. After that video, he produced more of them, enjoying the fruits of his labor. At some point later in 2021, he faced his first ever controversy. He posted a video of himself stomping on an alive fish until it died. That is crazy. The video got taken down not too long after. I tried finding the original video. I don't know why I tried to do that, and I came back empty-handed. He later apologized several times, with all of them being half-hearted apologies, and of course, people not buying into it. Most of those apology videos have been deleted. If I had to make a theory on why he posted that video in the first place, it was probably because someone convinced him to do it. That first controversy was first of many. It's a whole domino effect. When he later turned 21, he started drinking heavily and even bragged about it in some of his videos. His alcoholism is most likely one of the main reasons why his downfall occurred. Here's a video of him being very joyous about being drunk inside of a market. The music is copyrighted as well, so I'll have to put a different song into it. He also started doing other weird things online, like licking subway floors. This is what alcoholism does to a man. That video reminds me of the video I did on Steve Lank, which if you haven't watched, go watch it now, where he would slide on subway floors as like a funny video or a funny thing to do. And he kind of like slithers on the floor like a snake. He also challenged Daniel Larson, the Daniel Larson, to a fight, which is a huge crossover. There's also two characters added to this story, one being Mr. Based and the other being Michael Quinn. Both of these people are leeches to society and are just downright terrible people. They enable Joshua's behavior so they can leech off of him and earn a quick buck, as well as taking some of his audience with them. Mr. Based especially is a bad person. From what I know, he's a notorious pimp, as well as selling drugs and money laundering. He also assaulted another YouTuber, but that's a story for another day. A documentary was made by Mr. Based and World of T-Shirts from a YouTuber known as Alex Novel. This is the same YouTuber that Mr. Based has assaulted. Alex and Mr. Based hopped onto a phone call where Mr. Based admitted that he's only working with World of T-Shirts just to inherit his audience.
I'm like a psychic, you know, I can feel this shit coming. I can't wait to be done with this kid, honestly. I know the content is great, but Josh's audience has to see how I'm so much more interesting than him, right? Like, what? They get that Josh is boring without me now, shouldn't they? Do you think I could get like 1/10 of his followers to stick around and pay? Awesome, because all I need is a fraction of them and I'm fucking set for life.
This is really sad. These guys are taking advantage of Joshua and they know exactly what they're doing. The thing about Lolcows is that all of them always have people constantly harassing them and bullying them. The Lolcows themselves aren't the best of people, of course. They have really weird ideologies, they commit terrible acts, and so on. But going up to them and harassing them or even assaulting them isn't going to do anything. They're going to continue this path of degeneracy. Most people aren't willing to help them either because they feel it's easier to make fun of them in person than to try to better them. Now, in some cases, trying to better them isn't going to work, but harassing them in public isn't going to fix the problem either. One act that trollers particularly indulge in is saying, "Put the fries in the bag." Usually when someone says that to you, you laugh it off or ignore it, but Joshua goes Super Saiyan. He gets mad.
Let's put the fries in the bag.
I'll sue you! You fucking bitch! Fuck you!
Yo.
Josh, put the fries in the bag!
You gotta go back to your grandfather's.
No.
We're not working together for a week.
I can't.
You gotta go home to your grandfather. You're losing it. You're not cool lately.
This one was really heartbreaking to watch. This guy clearly knows how to make Joshua upset, but Joshua also goes up to random strangers and kicks them. I'm not sure if he thinks that they're the one saying it or if he's just taking his anger out on someone random on the street. It's not a good look on both parts. And if you take a closer look, Mr. Based is filming him. He doesn't do a good job of trying to help Joshua and try to get him somewhere else where he isn't going to be a threat to himself or other people. He just says, "I'm not going to work with you for a week because of your behavior." That's not going to solve the issue. That's not going to solve anything. He just says that he needs to go back to his father and films him without even helping him. He just films him. Now, looking on his website, this is his website, the official site for World of T-Shirts merch and more. You see Joshua Block, the man himself. There's a whole shop. Oh my god. You get all this merch. $35 for the one and only captain hat. He also makes music, which I'm actually pretty curious on. Let's give this song a listen.
Louis Vuitton because I'm banned from the Gucci store. I got Louis Vuitton because I'm banned.
There's a whole about section over here where you get to learn more about Josh. Now, to wrap this all up, I feel bad for Josh. I don't believe that most of his behavior is justified. Assaulting random people and vandalizing someone's car is just wrong. But the people enabling and promoting his behavior aren't any better than him. Joshua needs help and everyone around him are enablers. So I hope that he gets the help that he needs soon. Looking at his more recent Instagram post, it seems that he's doing pretty okay. I hope that's true and I hope he's doing okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace.